What's good, y'all? What's good? It's your boy back in the building, Nerds and Hip Hop, another podcast. Got a whole lineup for y'all. It's my man Lunatic, as
What up? What
always,
up?
right here. You know what I mean? And we got Bones with us today. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Represent.
up?
Yeah. So you know how we do, man. We're gonna get talking about a lot of things. You know what I mean? We've been on a little bit of a hiatus, just
Indeed.
get things together, But there's so many things that we missed talking about. The whole Kendrick Lamar beef,
Oh yeah.
you know, um, X-Men 97
Oh
being
my
like the
gosh.
best animated Marvel thing to ever happen, you know what I mean? And then, a slew of other things that we're gonna talk about, you know what I mean, tonight. So brother says slew. Ooh, look at me and my vocab. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
We in it. No, but
Let's go.
that's exactly how we're gonna run in it today, So as always, getting my people's opinion. So I mean, I just gotta ask you, Lindsay, like, how do you feel briefly about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef? Like, how do you feel about that?
I'm gonna say right off top, I'm biased to Kendrick because I was never a Drake fan like at all. Like I never understood the fandom for Drake. So yeah, but no, I thought it was cool that they battle, man. Brought some hip hop lyricism back, to the table. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. And J. Cole initially was also involved. So I thought it was dope look for hip hop though. To be honest, we need battles, man.
Yeah, definitely battles. Definitely battles. Do you have any insight on that, Bones? How you felt about it at all? Like, did you care? Was it like, whatever?
Listen, that song is on repeat in my head. I've been walking around my house, BBL jersey, like for no reason. No reason at all. I ain't got no chill, not a one. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know about that. I've been waiting for this opportunity. But anyways, when you get got so hard that you have to rap on their lyrics about your diss song, that's pretty rough. That's rough, buddy. Just throwing that out there. That's rough.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of karma because I mean, it's like that's how he won that whole battle with Meek Mill. Like, you know what I'm saying? He created a bop that we still drop to this day. Like, you know what I mean? That, the back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a song we still bop to this day. So it was only fitting that there's a God in the universe that made him have a beef that allow him to get done the same way. With now it's a bop that will never leave. Like, you know what I mean? It'll never leave. Like, even more than BBL Drizzy, not like us, is
Not
going to
like
be
us
a
is
bop
hard.
in the West Coast forever. Like, it's
Yeah.
no Vaseline, Ice Cube type shit. Like, it's just
Yeah.
you're washed.
Listen, hold up. Listen, I went to sleep and I kept hearing the part of the jingle that they would use for the TikToks. Like I pay attention, but I don't be paying attention. But then the next morning, there was a country one, there was a reggae one, there was a rock metal one. I'm like, hold on, what's happening right now? So then I put two and two together and I was like, hey, yo, somebody check on this dude. Is he okay? Like
Yo,
it
it
was a
was it was
really
funny.
interesting thing, and they threw down lyrically. Like it was interesting to watch. It was
Yeah.
entertainment.
It was
Loved it.
definitely entertaining. Like I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you right this, yo. I was on Cinco de Mayo, right? I had to pick up my cousin from LAX because he was visiting from Colombia. And so he wanted to go to Hollywood. You know, how everybody always wants to do that when they come here. So we went, and I didn't know that shit was gonna be live like that. That day, that particular night. And I'm talking about we was just in like in a souvenir thing, and outside though was crazy because like all the people that were coming outside the club was also fuck Drake. It was just like some random girl just saying that shit, and the whole crowd just riling with her. I was like, damn, like that shit was crazy. I'd never, been seen a beef that was that live, you know what I mean? Rap beef that we had motherfuckers in the club just like fuck Drake and
It's been a
that shit's
minute.
crazy, bro. Like
It's been a
that shit
minute.
was lit.
People are mad animated about it, man. Like I
Yeah,
said,
definitely.
me, I love it in the hip hop sense. You know what I mean? Especially since it didn't get no, Tupac, Biggie, East Coast, West Coast,
Yeah,
violent beef. Like, you know what I mean? The Game at 50 where
Yeah.
somebody was shot at and all that. But you know what I mean? I mean, honestly though, it was getting a little alarming. When people kept storming Drake's house and shit. Like I
I
was
like
just
that
like, all
dude do
right,
that
y'all
shit.
got to chill and all that. Let the rap beef just be a rap beef. They both came real hard lyrically. Like, you know what I mean? I love it. I feel like, Drake's last one, he was kind of just phasing out. Like, you know what I mean? I was kind of like, oh yeah, it's he just about done, right? Now, you know what I mean? Because he's such a witty dude, and that one just didn't have no wit with it. It was just kind of like, stop calling me a pedophile type shit. Like, you know what I mean? That was the energy on that one, and I was like, I get it, bro.
Yeah.
That was a cold angle.
Man, I think Kendrick did him the way I thought Pusha T, because they ended that beef when he was beefing with Pusha T. I thought Pusha T was about to go in, but they stopped the beef or whatever. But I think Kendrick did what Pusha T was gonna do, pretty much. You know what I mean? So yeah, that shit was crazy.
Another thing that made me laugh about it was my boy Rick Ross. Like,
oh yeah, Ross.
Rick Ross was like,
fool,
DJ Khaled of the beef. He just came in every once in a while making a post, eating
cereal.
You niggas starving. You niggas starving.
Y'all got this boat? Y'all ain't got no boat like this. Give me pepper chicken.
You gotta appreciate the fact that the public, of course, technology is a little different than it's been in 10 years or 5 years or whatever. It's done changed.
Yeah.
But the public interacted. Now, was it okay? Who knows? I mean, shit, it was funny. I don't know what to tell you. Laugh a little. But outside of that, it was not a negative. It kind of scared me in the beginning of the year with the Megan and Nicki thing. And I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all get a little serious. Don't roll up on that mama. You feel me? Now I'm sitting here I think I can deal with this. I feel like I'm watching Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny go at it right now. I made a whole video about it.
Daffy Duck.
It's wedding season.
I don't think Nicki would ever really want. I mean, lyrically, yeah, she could get the smoke with Megan, but physically, she better not roll up on her like she did with Cardi. Megan,
please don't.
That's a tall woman, bro.
When somebody spend the entire song just talking, don't. I believe her. Believe it.
Yeah. She got a cold jab on her. That's all I'm gonna say.
Cold jab.
It's a different breed of spit. They be getting it, but back in the day, they throw that. It got real serious, but that was a little different though. There's a lot of things behind that too going on or whatever. But now, it's at least we can enjoy our entertainment. Because god dang, you took Nickelodeon, y'all took Disney, y'all took R. Kelly, y'all. It was you every 80s baby was vibing to R. Kelly. Don't play with me before you found out. Okay, we're gonna fight tooth and nail over Michael Jackson to this day. Okay, but
I agree.
That's a good segue right there. Because speaking of R. Kelly, I don't. Is our not our boy, but did he become a new R. Kelly? Is he? Is he? I don't know. Is it gonna be safe to listen to
hurricane video? Level up.
I don't know.
P. Diddy, he surpassed, I think, R. Kelly the way these allegations are going, though. He seemed like he's the new Epstein shit. Fuck R. Kelly. He's on some Epstein shit, bro.
And they rolling up on his junk, and he looking through a peephole from China, what you reading?
Yeah, I ain't gonna say his. I'm saying
his kids here.
When it rains, it pours, bro. It's they everybody's taking the opportunity to kick that man while he's down. And I mean, here's the thing. It's an age-old saying. I mean, I changed the love to respect it, but would you rather be feared or respected? And I feel like he ran his camps with a sense of fear in people, trying to make him afraid of the stuff that he can do. And it's showing in the industry how respectable he really wasn't. He really wasn't. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting from it. I don't know that man personally, but I'm just yo, there's been a lot of people saying a lot of things about you for years.
Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. It's this shit ain't no secret, bro. The people been saying shit. And I mean, and besides the allegations, though, we know he had a violent temper, bro. He remember when Hate Me Now came out, and he ran up in the I don't know if it was a studio MTV or somebody with a bat because they played the video and he didn't want them to show that shit. Remember that? And it was some violent shit. Yeah, bro. I remember that, man. When Hate Me Now first came out, bro. There was some shit then, and then of course the Shine shooting. You know what I mean? So, and there's just countless things that he's done in the past, bro. So it's
that's been attached to him that he never.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Cause I also heard something like with Wale, like he held like this was like while he was dating Cassie or something like that. Like he was having a studio set. Wale was having a studio session with Cassie, and he came in there with his henchman like the Joker and like held Wale outside a window or something. I don't know. Like I don't know how true that is. I don't like attaching stuff that I just heard. Like I was there. Like yeah, he did it. I don't know, but I was just like. After I seen how he yanked on Cassie, I was like, that shit might be true. Like,
shit, they said he punched Drake, slapped Drake too. You know what I mean? For using that beat.
Y'all remember the J. Cole thing though? What a few years ago with the whole "I'm the King of New York" thing, throwdown with the
Kendrick Lamar.
Jay-Z and the Beyonce and all that hype of things.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I heard about that a little bit.
I heard he was trying to come with the 2-piece. He was so mad.
Yo,
man, have you seen the Jimmy Kimmel episode of a little clip where he asked him about J-Lo and when he was dating J-Lo and he's like, is it true that Will Smith and Jada asked y'all to try to be in a threesome and he got mad and he said P. Diddy got mad and tried to whoop on Will Smith and he asked him this during the Jimmy Kimmel show. And he looked at Jimmy Kimmel like he wanted to slap the fire out of him, bro. I was like, holy shit, dude. And then he tried to play it off, though, when he noticed, you know, the audience started laughing and shit. Then he was like, oh, he's trying to joke around and shit. But I was like, nah, man, that was a real ass reaction, bro.
Y'all who posted that meme. Because I woke up one morning, okay, it's 5 a.m. in the morning when it was on my For You front row, and it had a picture of Biggie. And it said Biggie wasn't caca. Yes. Had to keep an eye on Diddy. When I say I cried.
Bruh. Oh my God. Yo, some of the things, bro, like they start calling him the Diddler. I was like, what?
All the young kids walking around on job talking about no Diddy on everything. Any given opportunity, they slide that in there.
Well, it ain't pause anymore. It's no Diddy, bro. You know?
Right. And then they do the same thing with Drake. What was it? I saw that Drake coming from a mile away kind of thing.
That's cool.
That shit was crazy with Drake, though, as far as him talking to the chick from Stranger Things, bro. That shit was crazy.
What happened now?
Because what Kendrick and a lot of other people were saying that Drake was talking to that chick from Stranger Things, like texting her like they were cool.
No, mama, she talking about
11.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck, man? He's too grown to be talking to that chick, man. What the fuck?
Yo,
that shit was too much.
11 could be like I'm keep calling that child 11. I know her real name. I should Millie Bobby Brown or whatever. But her poor thing for her. She looked like she gonna look like she 11 until she about 42. I swear that she look young. Like she looks young. Like she's probably about like 20. That whole cast of Stranger Things is like
11.
This is the craziest thing. They look like
I missed this one.
You talking about what we're talking about now?
Talking about you? Did you say 11?
Yeah. There's like because they was texting and there's like a clip of her like talking about Drake be texting me. I'm like his best friend and he says I'm his best friend and they've been texting and talking about I miss you and all this other kind of shit. I was like the fuck like and he was 35 I think. At that time, when he was texting her that shit, I'm like, hold on.
Run for your life.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. If you want, I'll try to find the clip. I'll show y'all right now. If you know what I'm
saying. I've always heard that Drake was.
Y'all see me over here like I need an adult. Hell, like.
Yo.
I had to zip this shit up right quick.
That shit's crazy.
Like I've always heard he's like a real cool dude, like in the studio. He's like really like, you know what I mean? Like he'll bring in some food and chicken or something like that. Like that's what somebody was telling me, right? But I'm just like, there's a level of how cool you want to get with minors, bro. Or like people that are like super, super under your age bracket. Like, I don't know. Like it's just...
speaking of which, it's like the P. Diddy thing where there's a clip of him and Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber was like 14. And it's like a real uncomfortable, awkward clip. And he's all like, he's getting, Justin Bieber's going to be with me for 48 hours. I'm going to be basically his parent for 48 hours. Like, what? Like, I would never give custody to no damn celebrity if I had, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Justin Bieber's over here like, he's like, hold up a sign. No, just like,
like help me.
But it was all in his face.
wink if you're okay.
Like 48 hours. What?
Yeah, so because I didn't even know Usher lived with him. You know, when Usher first started his career as a kid, he was living with P. Diddy for almost like a year. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know about that shit either. He's, you know, there's been clips of that shit too about his interviews. He's like, he's seen weird shit and all this other shit. Although he didn't elaborate what he's seen, but he was just like things that made him uncomfortable, I guess, while he stayed.
That's what Usher said?
Yeah, Usher said that on the interview, bro. He was like, yeah, I stayed there and I was like, he said he wanted to see what the lifestyle was, you know, celebrity, but he got to see things that I guess it was a little bit too wild, bro, apparently, according to him, you know. I was like, God damn.
I work for Disney. We don't do that.
Oh shit.
Nah, for real. I've been seeing all kinds of crazy stuff with this whole Diddy and the whole Jay-Z and the whole Beyonce and then the whole all of this. I'm like, everybody's going down. Y'all just gonna ruin everything for me. Like, bro, I just talking about you can't listen to Diddy. Who can't? Because that song with Keisha Cole is fire, bro. On repeat. Sorry, I wasn't listening to the verse. I was too busy listening to her. But you know, we can't throw everything away. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is what I say about P. Diddy. Like, I've said it before. It was like, I think one of his talents was he knew he recognizes talent. He knows how to garner, you know, get talented people in a room and get a talented team and get them to make a good creative project, a dope project. Like, that's his thing, bro. Unfortunately, he does bad business deals with them, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, he definitely knew how to do that. Yeah, exactly. He had a good eye for it. Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm in between both of what y'all saying in the sense of, like, that's the part that gets, well, okay, if we gonna cancel somebody, I understand, like, don't buy no more of his music and this, that, and the third, da-da-da. That's cool, I guess, whatever. But the thing is that, you know, some of the music that some of these people did has attachment to their past. Like let's say this thing, like, you know, like R. Kelly, for example, that some of his music was some people's wedding songs. So you gonna tell them this and not have their wedding memory because this dude did
Walmart dancing to shake. They looking at me like I'm crazy. Mind your business. Really?
Man, like it's there's certain points where it gets how much is too much, like, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I'm not condoning what they did or any of that, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. But, you know, there's a lot of too much with some people, like, in this world these days, man, where it's like, no, let's try to destroy the fact that person was ever born, any record of their existence. If they touched a dollar and you have that dollar, you should burn it. Like, it's like chill. Some of these people to come.
Right, like, it get crazy. Oh, don't eat Chick-fil-A. Shitting you, I love waffle fries. The hell? Oh, don't eat, you know what I mean? Like, and they be like, well, what you mean? You gonna support the business? I'm gonna get my waffle fries. I ain't got nothing to do. I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Oh, don't buy Yeezys. Shitting me. Those were comfortable as hell. What do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just go down the list. I mean, everybody mad at everybody, but I'm still listening to Nicki Minaj. I mean, she on one. But, you know, whatever you say. We won't be eating nowhere. We won't be listening to no music. We won't buy no clothes. Like, we just gonna be walking around like Adam and Eve at this point. We can't do shit. Oh, it sucks. See, I hate it here, Granddad.
It is true. It is true. Like, it just gets to over excess, man. And like, you know what I mean? I try to be very open and understanding to people's you know, stance on things because it's important to them. But when it becomes very, very, very intrusive to people's lifestyle and, you know, their past and all that stuff like that, you got to take certain things with a grain of salt. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to, like, you know, at some point you got to stand and be your own person and not follow so much of what's going on and with cancel culture and all that, because they get a little too much for me. Like, at times it's like, all right, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get somebody like, for instance, everybody's mad about Kanye for the anti-Semitic remarks and all that stuff. I get it. And I was like, okay, cool, understand. I had this page on TikTok where I was doing quotes, like, you know what I mean, quotes from people that I like, from what they said, not their whole way of life, but what they said. It had to do with my point for the day. I posted Kanye West saying something that was totally irrelevant to what people were mad at him about. And this white dude went crazy. Like, he was like, why did you post him? How could you? He's evil. He's evil. I was like, bruh, I don't know him or you, but you sound the most evil to me right now. Like, he was coming for my character. I was like, bro, like, you need to fall all the way the fuck back, first and foremost. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just that type of energy for me. Like, you're going to go from being mad at this one person to being totally disrespectful to another person based on the fact you said this person was disrespectful? How does that make sense? Like, what was your argument then? Like, you pretty much them on a different subject. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's true. Pot calling kettle black, that makes sense.
Yeah,
like, at the end of the day, we just get old. Like, you can't cancel Nickelodeon. It's not happening, for the record.
See, that's like the thing. That's like, I like Ren and Stimpy.
You with old buddy Dan or whatever his name is, Snyder, I think, or whatever. You go out and do what you got. I mean, let the law pursue. I don't give a damn. I bet you're not gonna cancel no Avatar: Last Airbender. You're not about to cancel Jimmy Neutron. You're not.
Yeah. It's just like, you know, it's a point where you got to separate the artist from the art kind of thing. That's basically what this is, you know what I mean? Because, like, I like Ren and Stimpy, but I don't like the creator of the movie because he's a fucking creepy ass pedophile, you know what I'm saying? But I still like the fucking cartoon. It's just hard not to, you know, I grew up on it, you know what I mean? So.
It's part of your childhood. Like, it's like, you can't, like, you probably got a picture with that shirt on. You can't do the Back to the Future and make yourself disappear out of that picture.
Hey, we all
like,
rocked Sean John at one point, didn't we?
Shit, I probably still have something that say Sean John on it somewhere in there.
Pay the last of your check to get that little sky blue suit, suede with the little gold little gold symbol on it. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was rocking that shit back in the day. That and Rockefeller shit. What do you call that shit? The clothes that Jay-Z. Yeah, Rockaware. Yeah, everybody was rocking that shit.
That shit. Probably still got some of that too. But speaking of that though, just to seg that's a dope way to segue again for past things that we used to have, and now it's a little different. But you know what I mean, that X-Men 97. I know y'all have watched some of that, and if you haven't, we're gonna talk about it just a little bit because that shit was fire. That shit was 100. In my opinion, my personal opinion, you guys can have another one. My personal opinion, ridiculously fire. It did the old show so much justice and then brought it in. It's like, the funny part about it to me with that show is like, it's almost as if they knew their audience was going to be the people that were young then and older now.
Yeah,
even more so than the kids. I feel like they catered to us more than the kids, bro. I promise you.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
It brought back a lot of nostalgia, bro. Like, it really did. The whole Storm thing, and then throwing it back, and then actually going for broke in the end, not to spoil things or whatnot. But, like, they went for it, and it really brought back, like, us, you know, pushing everybody out the way, bolting through the door. Hey, take out the trash. I'll do it later. You know, kind of running to the TV as teenagers, like, bro, we're risking our whole life for stuff like this. What do you mean?
Yeah, for real. That shit, that's the reason I like the X-Men pretty much, because I grew up on that original, you know, cartoon show. And I think I seen that before I even seen the Batman animated joint, you know what I mean? So that was my introduction to X-Men. And like I've always said, they did it better than the movies. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know what I'm saying, adapting those storylines, the X-Men cartoon did it way better than the movies ever did. You know what I mean? So it was nice to see, because in the cartoon in X-Men 97, you could see the teamwork going on. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't afraid to show the gore either. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert! But you know how your boy Gambit went out. That shocked everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody thought, you know, Gambit about to do some cool shit. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Gets impaled and shit. Like, what the fuck? You know, that was wild, man.
Yeah, and the shock factor.
Okay.
No, the shock factor was amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the creator or the writer of this, man, made the shock value just something immense that you was just like, it kept you at the edge of your seat, because especially, spoiler alert, but you should know this by now, after Gambit died, you was like, anybody could get it. Like, he was a main character in 92. Like, you know what I mean? And so it kind of was like, oh shit, all right. And then Wolverine not being like the center focus.
All right, Wolverine and the X-Men. That's how the movies are, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah. And that's what made the movies. That's what made the. I feel like the cartoon, like you're saying, better than the movies. The animated version better than the movies is because it was episodic. It was a show, and it gave a lot of time for character development. Like, you know what I mean, and for us to understand these characters, what they want, what drove them, episode to episode. When you have a 2-hour, whatever, even if you want a 2-hour, 30-minute movie, you can only focus on so many characters, and there's so many in the Charles Xavier School of the Gifted. Like, you know what I mean?
All I gotta say is Magneto was right. Hey, Magneto went ham on this shit, bro. You can't tell me.
He had a point, though. Like,
man. And then what he did to Wolverine, oh my God, I didn't think I was ever gonna see that shit on the cartoon. I was like, oh man, they actually did that shit, bro. Because Magneto can whoop on it. That's the one dude that can whoop Wolverine's ass anytime, any day, bro.
Easy.
That's all I gotta say. That shit was dope, though.
And they did Storm, like, I seen a post, and I'm like, first off, everything we do, why somebody got to be a hater? I seen a post that was talking about Storm's hair. It's literally art, drawn. It's not like anything like on that level. Oh, well, I feel like it was just a terrible show because they didn't give Storm authentic. I forgot how they said it. Some kind of, you know what I mean? Like they did. What you mean? She got a mohawk in one scene. She got long hair in the other scene. You throw it back, you might find it with some dress and afro. I don't even know. She got her hair wrapped up. Like, what do you mean? You go into comics, it's like 15 different styles for each of these characters for one book. I'm confused. What's the problem? Because you're not naming anything, because that was lit as hell. I mean, everybody did that Beyonce sound behind their little Storm because of that. Don't do it.
It was well done. Like and that's another thing. We live in the nitpick generation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where people be nitpicking too much, bro. It's like, and I get it to just say like something is like, oh, well, I didn't like this is dope, but this aspect of it, a little something, whatever. But to really just like go in like, oh no, it wasn't this. It's like dog, like nothing in life is perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. Like you're saying, but this X-Men 97 is about as close as you're gonna fucking get. Yeah. That's all I know. Yeah. I was just like, this shit was genius. It was bomb. Like, bro.
I mean, they came off the paint with that one. That one was raw. Like, it brought it all the way back. It's not too often you can take a show and actually rerun it and bring it back, but kind of make the story interesting enough to be able to follow it. Like, you know what I mean? Because for those who read the comics, like, points, like in the middle, they hit it. For those who actually know the series from back in the day, it may not have been so much as a comic nerd. Like, listen, they were on point. Leave it alone. Just let it be great. Like, y'all hate everything. Go hate something else.
For real. But Marvel needs to take this show as the blueprint of what they need to do with the live action shit moving forward, though. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, shit, just look what that show did, implement that into the live action, and you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I mean, I have an unpopular thought. You know what I mean? You know me. Sometimes I just, I come with a obtuse, odd, out of the way thought. Like, and I just feel like some more things should be animated. Like, you know what I mean? Like, make them shows, make it animated. Because, okay, here's why I'm saying this. And this is gonna, push me into the point of another article that I wanted to talk about. You having bad situations at the box office. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but we just had like the worst Memorial Day opening weekend, like, you know what I mean, for furiosa, how do you say that, and all things like that. The movies that were handpicked to be bomb, Garfield, all that stuff like that. They did box office numbers. They had 31 million, but for a 4-day weekend, that is on Memorial Day, that ain't shit. We're at a box office all-time low, and I feel like, I hate to say this, but they need to focus more fire on shows. more fire on animation like that, like, you know what I mean, that we had right there with X-Men, and do that. And that's why I said I'm gonna segue to that, because you know they're doing this live action, but it's more like a play or some shit like that with Attack on Titan and New York and everything like that. And it scares me for them, because bruh, to get to people on point with this animation to live action shit, it's really risky business. And I know that Hollywood should do not like risky business. They like surefire bets, always have.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
investors.
I don't know. I'm thinking shows, man. Thinking shows. Keep it animated. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're already cutting their budget back on movies.
You got a lot more wiggle room and more likelihood to accomplish what you're trying to get with animation. But, you know, I kind of like seeing some stuff in real life, but you gotta like nail it. Like, you gotta be in there, and it's very far and few in between. I like the Avatar series. I'm kind of interested in the Attack on Titan thing, because I'm like curious as to how they're going to do it. You going to CGI the whole situation? Are you about to get in there and go to work? Like, are we doing this or not? Like, I need some backwards flip kicks. I need all that. It's Attack on Titan, bro. You got to set the bar. You already got, what is it? Jujutsu Kaisen and a couple of others that are animated. It did pretty good, right? You got to top them, because on the levels of Attack on Titan up there, when it comes to like storyline and gore and like actually breaking down with the movement and stuff, like, bro, how you gonna have them slinging from trees? Like, I'm a little iffy about it, depending on who's doing it, but it has potential to maybe work, or maybe I'm just delusional hopeful, but whatever.
I feel you. It's if you're looking at it from the standpoint of that, I know that this Attack on Titan is like a stage play, or it's musical in New York, so that it's the same thing. The same question for me is like, yo, how y'all gonna make Levi be badass in the motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? How y'all gonna make Captain Levi in there tearing some shit up on the stage, man, and singing? Like, it's certain feels that come with these animations, bro, that is hard to recreate. Like Cowboy Bebop was a dope attempt. I honestly liked the show for what it was, but it failed to capture the jazzy, chill, laid back, oh my God, the swag of Cowboy Bebop, the anime. It just, you can't, even the little girl like that, you know what I'm saying, with the dog, like, I mean, you can't make a person be that, like, what would I call her? Like, quirky. She was so quirky and cute, but it was for an animation. Like, you know what I mean? So it's very hard. You're putting a task on yourself that it's like being with somebody whose ex-husband was like a billionaire football player, and you know what I mean, you like, you know, you work at Best Buy. You got, I mean, not to say she won't love you, but I'm just saying you got a lot against you trying to fill the shoes of that person that she's not with. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. That's a bad example, but I don't.
It's like Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's hard to adapt Dragon Ball Z to film, you know? Because it's just so crazy.
Oh, yeah. Ridiculously.
I'm just trying to, like, picture, like, I watched Attack on Titan, and it's just, I get the stage play because they did okay with Naruto, but then I think that was Japan that produced that, so they kind of had a little more. They do that. They do the live stage and all that. Like, in West whatever the heck it's called, with us, some things work, but some things, like, I'm trying to picture this in my head, how you're gonna go about making this. I don't know how to explain it, but like, I kind of see why people are talking about, oh, it could, like, you know, whatever. How you gonna do the Titans? You better not give me a backdrop. You better not put no cardboard man up or none of that. I need to see something crawl over the side. Like, let's do something creative. Like, y'all better get some robotics. I don't know. Like, please give me something, because you can't flip people in the air. I mean, you can string them up on a line and swing them back and forth. Good luck with that, Titan or not, whatever. I need you to serve in some way, because their work is not usually groundwork. Like,
yeah.
You put yourself at a handicap, period, when you're trying to take from animation to live action, because animation you could do so much more. Like, you know what I mean? It's just the movement, you know what I mean? And I know it's expensive to make animation. Trust me, I know. Like, I'm trying to make my comic animation, bro. That shit is like a lot of money. It's a lot of money, a lot of time invested, the right type of people, all that, whatever. But you know, when you're taking these anime to live action, it's a hell of a risk to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? And then you're banking on how much people love it. And, you know, One Piece was dope. One Piece was dope. I like that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that was fire. But it's like, do y'all got the formula now?
Look, better be.
With the pirate flag behind you, like, better.
I swear to God, it better be right. Don't play with my captain like that. What's wrong with you? Yeah, no, feel it. That. We all held our breath for One Piece and Avatar. You already ruined that for us.
They fucked that shit up. Shout out to M. Night Shyamalan for that shit.
Look, they lied to us in the day. Everybody sat in the theater and saw the little candle work and all that shit. Was like, oh, it's gonna be fire. They lied to us. It wasn't fire. Definitely wasn't.
Oh yeah, they did. They got everybody with that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, okay, let's check this out. Like, ooh, nah. But like I said, we talked about that before on the show. It ain't nothing worse to me than Dragon Ball, though. That was the.
I would give her and say, he who shall not be named.
Shit, that Chun-Li movie is bad too, bro. That Street Fighter Chun-Li shit. How could it be? Like, I thought it would be. I was hoping it would be at least a little bit better than the '90s Street Fighter adaptation, but I was like, how the fuck did this shit end up being worse than that, bro? I was like, come on, man.
And then Death Note, L carried the whole thing. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a huge Death Note fan. It had the right mood. It was just pushed. I don't know.
I haven't seen that one.
I've seen it when like I've seen it before, and it was with what's his name? Lakeith Stanfield being L, right? There was I liked it. Here's yet again. I'm gonna say some of this stuff I like. I do like it, but not for it to be like the adaptation of that anime. Like, it's just not as impacting, bro. Like, you can't get that. Like, it's sometimes like it's especially when it started animation. Like, let's say this, Ghostbusters was Ghostbusters first, then it was a cartoon that we liked, then it was Ghostbusters again. Like, you can do that fluid. You can bust in and out of that all you want to. But when something starts as animation first, not saying it's impossible, we've seen certain things happen, but when it's animation first and then you drive it to live action, it's I don't even know what to call it. It's like a freaking firmament between like the stuff that makes this good and the stuff that makes you be like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it, bro, but it doesn't take the feel with it for some reason. It doesn't translate.
I know why. I know why it doesn't. The thing that makes the difference between Avatar, the most recent one, and the One Piece thing, the difference is they told the same story in a different way. So we weren't like trying to find nostalgia in it after we realized it, because when you're trying to find nostalgia, you think you're gonna see something. You want to see it this way, because it's how I saw it when I was 10 years old watching this junk on the TV. It better be this way or I'm gonna have a problem. Feel it. But I think that they made it because they took, like, first attempt of Avatar, they tried to compress everything, and then it just did not work. CGI was not giving. It was just not really done well. The depiction of the characters, what is an Ong? You feel me? Whatever. But when they went this route, they didn't try to tell that story. They actually took time, sit down at a table, and put it together in a different way. So we kind of got to see a different story that we already knew. And so now we're sitting here like, hold on, wait a minute. No, baby, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, to tell a good story that's already been told, you've got to recreate the story in a different manner in some means.
Yeah.
You can't change the plot of the story, so you got to change the events that lead up to it. I mean, logically, that's the difference between that and like Dragon Ball Z Evolution. They tried to follow the story. You didn't have the CGI, the actors, or anything to keep up with the animation. For example, like Death Note. Okay, you had the CGI and you did good with the storyline, but we know this story and it's boring because now it's a dark film. We're watching it. We're like, we've been here before. It's not even given anymore, kind of thing, right? So I think that's the middle ground, like that they're crossing over, is to be able to tell the same story in a way that's going to keep people's interests. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they made it. On God, like that's the saving grace, and that's not an easy thing to do. Is to take a creation, mold it, and keep it the same at the same time. Like, bro.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It's the odds are stacked against you in that sense, and I feel like you have to be a really, really ballsy creator to even want to take that on. You gotta be like what the old boy say about you gotta have a lot of coolness if you want to
Yeah.
You know, so dead ass though. You know what I mean? So shout out to them trying to do that. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot against you. I feel like that with any animation trying to cross over, but I'm happy with it. And speaking of, you know, things crossing over, you know what I mean? We was talking about the X-Men for a minute. Hugh Jackman, whatever like that. I was reading an article about Hugh Jackman, you know, talking about, you know, what made him kind of stop doing the Wolverine character and such and everything like that. And I mean, I know you guys probably checked that article out too. I kind of want to hear what you guys thought about it before I give my big spiel on what I think about Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
From what I've heard, he said he did it for the fans, though, right? When he decided to reprise his role in the Deadpool
For the most
movie.
part, somewhat, yeah. I read up on it. And
no, I think it's cool that he came back for Deadpool. To be honest, it just looks like a fun movie to me. You know what I mean? And I appreciate what he did with Logan. You know what I'm saying? I think he's the only actor that's played a superhero character for that, like what, 20 plus years, you know what I'm saying? Like he's bodied the Wolverine role for most part. I mean, I know he's not the exact height as the comic and all that kind of shit, but still, you know what I'm saying? He made it an iconic role. So I think it's cool, man, to see what they're going to do, you know what I'm saying, to the Marvel universe.
I love it, but I'm going to say this, and it might be an unpopular opinion, but you know me, I don't care. I'm going to say the fact is that I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. We're going to start there. Love him as Wolverine. I'm glad he's in this Deadpool thing. I think it's awesome. But I also feel that people have got to understand that this is a character. It was a character before Hugh Jackman, and it should be a character after Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is rolling into his 60s, like, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. Looks well, very in shape, but we want this character to go on, man. And you know what I mean? We can't just keep pulling Hugh Jackman and not giving nobody else a chance. That's just like, you know what I mean, the generation before us. It's like, you know, every time we have a Batman movie, let's go find Adam West. What's Adam West doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he was like one of the originals, you got to let them, you know, pass the torch, man, and not be such a dick about them passing the torch because, you know, we want to keep that character around. Like, I mean, we talked about before, you know, I hated that, you know, Chadwick Boseman died early, man. Like, you know what I mean? Young dudes, only like 41 or 42 something around there, and his untimely passing. Well, like, I mean, we decided instead, or the studio, of course, decided finally at the end of things to go ahead and kill off the character instead of recasting. And like, you know, I know it's a sensitive subject, and you know who we would have loved to see Chadwick back in the, you know what I mean, in the costume or him not pass, but since he did, we gotta still honor the character, and put somebody else in that suit so that, you know, kids can, you know, continue to enjoy. Now it gets weird because there's certain things that you can't replace. Like if you got Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, and Bad Boys. if they, get too old to do it, I don't want to see somebody else be Detective Marcus Burnett and fucking Mike Larry. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see somebody else be Rocky. I don't want to see somebody else be freaking John McClane Die Hard. This is just a role that was them, and you gotta let that go ahead and pass on by. But when it comes to a superhero that existed before a person, come on, bro. You gotta recast. You gotta recast. Just
I hear you, but Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I'm sorry. I'm just playing. I just felt like being troublesome. My bad. I'm just joking. For real, I feel where you're coming from. That makes a good point because we might find somebody who can really do it. But I'm gonna need for them to take their time. In the meantime, go ahead and let him have it. If he got the energy and the bond to do the thing, let him have it. Let him have it. Because I read the article and it said that it kind of messed with his voice or whatnot, and he dropped out like 2016, right, and retired from the character or whatever. And then the article said he was just basically one day whip. And was like, hey, and he was thinking about the Deadpool, which means he'd be true to this. He's geeking or whatever, right? Because he's kind of following what's going on. And went and hit his agent up, and real quick. And was like, hey, I want to do this. And the dude was like, you sure really think right? From what I read, he was like, yeah, I want to do it because I really I want to see Deadpool interact. I want to see to this. And I want this to happen, right? So I kind of feel it. I mean, when you really think about it, 60 is whoa. On screen, but you'll be surprised. I mean, shit, I don't know, whatever. But I do want to see the Deadpool crossing, and I'm Hugh Jackman. Like, listen, Wolverine, bro. If you don't bring the Wolverine energy, please bring the Wolverine energy, because we done went through like 15 fucking cat women, and ain't none of them serving anymore. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, if you gonna replace him, you got what? The movie's supposed to come out about 12 o'clock. You got about 3 hours to find somebody who's going to do the same thing or let it go. I don't know. But, like, that's just my opinion because these actors, like, for example, I'm Superman girl. We talking Christopher Superman.
Christopher
like,
Reeves.
old school. We fighting freaking nuclear man. I call him Sun Man. Like, let's not do this. So, like, that kind of, they done went through so many Supermans. I was like, yeah. Yay. Yay. Okay.
No, I feel you on that.
Like, you feel me? Like, I don't want that to happen to Wolverine because if they would have just picked somebody and worked with it, now granted, some of these actors are asking for too much. Like, listen, they too much. You're doing too much. But I get that. But, like, let's find a box and keep it there. I'm kind of scared of the shift around with it, and now it's just like, blah. Does that make sense?
I definitely get it. Because there is a gray area to what I said. Like, what I mean? Just like Hugh Jackman, it's hard to see somebody else play Deadpool besides Ryan Reynolds, and who has the quick wit to do that shit and deliver it. Same way as Tony Stark. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Like, those some heavy shoes to fill. I can't. Oh, bro, I'll be. If I was an actor, I'd be scared to fill. They say I got the part for Iron Man. I'd be nervous in the moment. Like, what? But at the same time, when we let people do their thing, you never know, because there was a Jack Nicholson in the first Batman film that ate that role the fuck up.
Yes, sir.
But then there was a Heath Ledger that came along and gave us the most fucking iconic Joker we have seen.
Yeah.
Period. But if we didn't let go of that.
Yeah, it's two different takes on the same character, Yeah. So
it's worth it to see, especially if the character already existed. Like, you know what I mean? And some creator made them a comic book or an animation or whatever. And, you just got to let, people do their thing sometimes, man. You never know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that. Sometimes somebody getting their shine.
All right, bet. That's me for Storm. You won't have to find nobody else. Don't even worry about it. You straight me up on the little thing and I fly around. Yeah. You know, whatever. Don't even worry about it. All you gotta do is pay me to bait. No, I ain't even gonna do that because don't play with me because I need my coins. But like at this point, don't even worry about it. I'll talk to Hugh. Hugh, listen, you can't go nowhere. You gotta do this. This is happening. Storm ain't even here, but I'm here as Storm to let you know that you need to do this.
It's crazy though about Deadpool in regards to Deadpool. Like, it took a Deadpool movie to get a Wolverine accurate, comic book looking accurate Wolverine on the screen as far as his, classic yellow suit. You know what I mean? So that's another reason I'm like curious about what they gonna do, man. Just because they got them. The Deadpool movies tend to have X-Men comic accurate shit in it, like Colossus, Juggernaut. You know what I mean? Like, they do it for some reason. They just do it better with the Deadpool movies, in my opinion.
I love it.
No, bitch. No.
No, I can't wait to see it. That's one of my this summer's for me. I can't wait to see films. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm
It's just
definitely
like,
hyped for the shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hyped. I haven't done any art, fan art, but I'm hyped for it, bro.
yeah, it's one to be hyped for, honestly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is dope. Like, it's just nothing. There's nothing I can say to make it be understood how dope this is. Like, you know what I mean? Just Deadpool, Wolverine. Who don't want to see that? Like, you know what I mean? That's just another Weapon X program. And then also they get a do-over from that X-Men's Wolverine when we seen them together. Like, that shit was trash.
That terrible ass Deadpool they had in that movie.
Who would cover Deadpool's mind? Like, he doesn't talk. That is the dumbest thing. And you have Ryan Reynolds casted. Ryan Reynolds fucking ad-lib a better script than you can write. Why the fuck would you cover his mouth? Like, I was so irritated with that. I was like,
me too.
He has swords coming out of his arm. That would have been great for Omega Red, motherfucker.
That's not even, that's not Deadpool. What the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? Like, I was just my god!
That the only thing I did like in that movie was just they got Saber. I like the Sabretooth character in that movie. I thought he was.
Oh yeah, he was badass.
He was menace.
He was badass.
Yeah.
But that Baraka ass Deadpool, I didn't say that.
Mortal Kombat ass shit.
Look at that, it's Baraka. It's not Deadpool.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
I love it though, man. I really do. Like I said, this just, being excited for the summer movies that's coming and everything like that. I recently watched something, it wasn't one of the summer movies, but it's one of the movies that I feel like should have did better at the box office, but Boy Kills World. I watched that the other night with my wife, and I liked it, man. I liked it. It's weird. It's a little out there, like, you know what I'm saying? But it gives me the feel of a comic book /
I want to see that, actually. Yeah. The Bill Skarsgård joint.
Yeah, bro. Like, imagine like Tank Girl meets Kill Bill with a little bit of the raid thrown in there. Like, you know what I
mean? Yeah, that's just so make us fuck.
Yeah, it was insane. It was a fun ride. Like, if you don't take the movie too seriously, you'll enjoy it. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, I want to check it out, definitely. I mean, what do you think about the Crow though he's making? What do you think about that trailer, Josh?
So that movie Boy Kills World. It's really, really good. No, bro. Like, that Crow shit. Like I said, bro,
that ain't it.
Oh my god, I don't even like walking down the line of that, bro. Just watching the preview, and just it's kind of like I'm preemptively watching you kill one of my favorite films. Like, I already talked to you about this. 2 of my favorite films have people painting their face white, which is Dead Presidents and The Crow. The Crow, I fucking love the original.
Me too. I still have it.
Bruh, that shit, dog, that's darkest movie since Batman, but Batman like kills people in sadistic ass ways. But you know what I mean? It's super dope.
That's how they marketed it back in the day too. Remember the trailers? They'd be like, if you liked Batman '89, you're gonna like this. That's how they marketed that shit back in the day, bro. They weren't lying though. It was gothic as fuck, just like Batman.
bro, but on another level, bro. Like that movie was just super dope. Like, you know what I mean? But to try to redo it with the Eric Draven, the crew, they tried to redo it several times. They tried to have sequels that didn't work, but now they like, let's go ahead. We gonna kill him with this one. We gonna make the remake, and it's Eric Draven again. But this time it's the dude that played it. Let's go. It's like, motherfucker, no. I'm gonna need y'all to take several steps. Put that shit back in your pocket. Let it marinate all in the lint. You know what I mean?
Don't even worry about it. We need to see it. Don't even worry about it.
It looks like a John Wick movie more than it does The Crow. You know what I'm saying? With the gunplay and shit in it. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't have like a stylistic look to it like the original one does. You know what I'm saying? Like it just looks kind of like a regular ass modern action movie to me. But I'm gonna wait for full judgment because Bill Skarsgård, that boy can act now. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna wait, but still.
He killed it. And Boy Kills World, bro. He killed it. He's I loved him in Barbarian, bro. I loved him in It, of course.
Yeah, Pennywise.
Like, I mean, I don't want to take nothing from him as an actor. I feel like they threw some shit at him that it don't look good. Like, you know what I'm saying, but. That's how he felt about, like just to take it sports. Sorry, I know it's nerds and hip hop, but take it sports. That's how he felt about, Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? That last fight, like, oh man, Ryan seemed like he ain't gonna make it
last night.
And you know what I mean? He slept Haney. Like, I mean, he put him down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just like I'm gonna do the same thing for Bill Skarsgård in this. Like, I hope he delivers a masterpiece. You know what I mean? I think dude's dope. He's tall as shit. So, like, you know what I mean? He's like 6'4", 6'5". You know what I mean? So he's definitely like, he'll be a more menacing looking Crow. Hopefully they put that in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's maybe towering over one of those guys and he's like half dead. So that should be scary and threatening at the same time. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's got a lot against him. He's got that's another thing. He's got a lot against him. So hopefully he can pull up.
I just don't like the look of it though. I mean, like his look. I thought it because he's like you said, he's gonna be Eric Draven. So I thought it was gonna be like, okay, so is this supposed to be a more comic accurate version to the comic? You know what I'm saying? Because I know there are differences between the original movie and the comic book. So I thought this was supposed to be like, oh shit, maybe they're gonna, go full blown, you know what I'm saying? But he don't even have like the rocker hair, the mullet. He doesn't even look like the dude from the comics. So I'm not sure how accurate it's supposed to be, bro, to the comics. So we'll see.
Like I said, I'm hoping for the best, man. I really want to see it be good. Period.
You see what I'm doing? I'm just praying. Women in prayer life. I'm over here
praying to the movie guys that this should be good. And not a fucking dumpster fire.
No sketch to me.
So it's good though. As like I said, so many things dropping that I find intriguing, and I really can't wait to see if they come out to be as dope as we want them to be. So it should be a summer full of that because people have been very disappointed with the movies as of late, but honestly, I haven't seen Furiosa, but I heard Furiosa was pretty dope. So I definitely want to see that.
We do have a review coming for that on the episode I did yesterday, so people be on the lookout. We will. My cousin watched it. I didn't see it, but my cousin did, and he was telling me about it. But he's basically pretty much saying what I've heard already. So. Mm-hmm. Let's just say it's not on the level of the last Mad Max. That's all I'll say about that.
Well, doing a Mad Max movie without Mad Max puts you not on the level.
Exactly. I think that's one of the reasons they bombed, bro. It's like, how are you not gonna have Mad Max in it? You know what I'm saying? I think
that frustrated me. Okay, here's the thing. I feel like they jumped the gun with it. I don't feel like Furiosa is a bad idea. I just feel like, dog, give us the fucking sequel to what we want. We want to see Mad Max. Like, give us that sequel right quick, and then build on your world slowly. Like, I feel like you're pushing it too fast. Like, it's like, oh, Batman and Robin, the next movie that they do with Batman, it's like, oh, we're putting Robin in it, and right after that, it's the Robin film, no Batman. What? Like, what the fuck?
Well, let me ask you this though, bro. Let me ask you this: how would you feel about a new Mad Max movie, George Miller directed, with Mel Gibson, and he reprises the role of Mad Max as an older Mad Max? How would you feel about that?
I would fucking love that shit. Like I said, cancel culture and all that bullshit aside, like, you know what I mean? Mel Gibson, Mad Max was my childhood, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking love the Mad Max. Like, from fucking the first Mad Max was boring shit to me.
It's so different from the other movies. Yeah.
But, you know, Road Warrior to Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, oh, I fucking love those films, bro. They live rent free in my fucking head. I feel the same way I feel about that as I would want to see Kurt Russell do one more fucking Escape From. I feel the same way about that as I would want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger do Old Man Conan. I feel the same fucking way. So you can't ask me that. I want to see it. I want to see it.
The only thing that sucks though, now that I've said that, I watched the George Miller interview last night in regards to that same fucking question, and he was like, he's never really thought about it because he don't have a story for it. He says, but he has all this backstory prequel shit because when he writes the scripts for all these movies, he always has a backstory for every character. You know what I'm saying? Even if the smaller characters. So I guess in George Miller's mind, he's always thinking before and not the afterward part. So he didn't really have anything in mind for older Mad Max. And he even mentioned like Unforgiven, and it's like, yeah, he knows. He's like, yeah, I know people would probably want to see like an Unforgiven type, but I don't really have anything. But I was like, shit, you better hire a script writer or something. You can think of something, bro. Shit, everybody want to see that shit, bro. Like I said, like you said in regards to cancel culture, I said the same things. Like, yeah, you know, he's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Mel Gibson says wild it out in the past, no doubt, and said some wild racist shit, crazy shit. But goddamn it, that motherfucker's talented, ain't he though, bro? That's stated. You know what I mean? Dude, that talent, bro.
Look, if Danny Glover can pick him out, forget a motherfucker. Shit, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying, bro. Like I said, you can't, like, you know what I mean? But somebody can't be defined by their greatest moment of weakness or failure or whatever the fuck, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I really, I like a lot of his movies, and I like a lot of them growing up. You know what I mean? And some things I just want to see. And it's just like, I don't care about the bullshit. People going to try to rip them in the comments on TikTok or something like that. But, man, it's a lot more people that want to see the fucking movie. I'm going to tell you that much, man. Like,
there really is a lot of people. Like, if you look at the comments, they'll see people that want that. So it's like,
I think that's a lot of that on Bruce Wayne and the Batman struggle. See, Batman ain't my go-to, though.
You're a Superman.
First off, your city is producing supervillains because you're hoarding the funds. Like, if you really look at the Eternals of Gotham, like, that's why I wasn't really on Batman like that. Like, I'm sitting here like, you are the problem and the solution, or whatever. Like, I know I stay on Diva time. I can't help it. That's fine. But, like, I don't know. I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's a spoiler. If it is, I apologize. I don't know. That Bruce Wayne ends up broke with nothing.
What?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I could believe it. This motherfucker, like,
I don't know. I think it's comic because this came from one of the group lives I did, and one of the girls who's very reliable brought it up. It was like, well, Bruce is broke now. And I was like, wait, what? Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, it might be from that Batman Inc. storyline. You know what I'm talking about? In the Batman Incorporated timeline or whatever, where I think it's like an alternative thing, and he incorporates Batman. So there's like different Batman and Robins and shit. Like, it's like he has like a whole ass fucking enterprise pretty much of Batman and Robin superheroes and shit. So it might be from that timeline. I think you're right. Yeah.
Well, either timeline, you can't be having that many different Batmobiles and Batplanes and all that shit. I mean, you're gonna go broke anyway, bro. Like, I know your bills a month is crazy out there.
No, they was talking live in an apartment.
Oh, wow.
Bro.
It's gonna be hard for him to be Batman like that. Spider-Man can be Spider-Man, living in an apartment and having a fucking part-time job, but Bruce Wayne got to spend a lot of money on gadgets and some more shit. He's not exactly Tony Stark. He got Lucius Fox making his shit. So I don't know. Don't get me started on that, man. The Batman fans don't come from me.
That's a fact. Like, I firmly believe that Batman is the cause of the entirety of the story. He's the problem. Because if you're the richest man in the city, right, you got all this money and everybody's like poor and your city's trashed and you could literally control the economic status of your city, but you choose to become a superhero and run around punching people, in which you were not unalive on pretense for purposely this man just blew up a hospital full of kids or whatever, but you can't deal with him. You know what I mean? Dude, it's just, that's why I couldn't get down with Batman. Like, it's just, I was rocking with the supervillains. I mean, maybe I just have a problem. I don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the whole thing with superheroes after a while. Especially they got like chaotic, crazy ass supervillains that they like, I won't kill them. Like, are you not killing them because of your code or because of job security, motherfucker? Like, you can't stop superheroes.
Out their mouth, break 18 ribs, a femur, 2 shoulder pads. Like, but you're not gonna listen. You done dropped up for 5 feet, but you're not gonna kill them. Bet. Like,
hey, I bet them guy from hospitals though, boy, they making money.
That man rolled out. You know, and you didn't do it, you know. Now he just mean mug because he can't talk no more.
Oh man, that's the wildest thing. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate everybody here, man. I thank y'all for checking out another Nerds and Hip Hop podcast. You know what I mean? Got our squad up in here, Lunatic.
What up?
Bones, you know what I mean? But yeah. We want to tell y'all real quick, you know what I mean? Check everybody's stuff out, man. I need y'all to cop these new hats, these Nerds and Hip Hop hats, you feel me? You know what I mean? Shout out hats. This is the Naruto one. You know what I mean? Also, my man Lunatic, let them know what you got coming.
Oh, I think Bones is gonna like what I'm working on. Actually, it's a work in progress. I haven't revealed too much, but it is a Christopher Reeves Superman that I got, and so y'all be on the lookout.
You ready to do Christopher Reeves Superman?
Yeah, I'm doing the OG because after they released, you know how they released that image recently, and I was like, man, that don't look like Superman to me because he looking like he don't even want to do his job. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna go back to the OG, you know, Christopher Reeves. You know what I'm saying? That's Superman to me. You know?
Can't go wrong.
And my Clark Kent, he did Clark Kent.
Trying to record that junk and still pull it off.
For real. Facts.
Yep. And Bones, let them know about you, what you got coming, what you got going on. Tell them what's up.
I have Cosplay World coming up in a couple of weeks. Kind of joining them with the Avatar Project, special guest at the after party or whatever. Nice. And whatnot with Shinobi Lounge and them, like working with a lot of people, meeting new people. Then I'm headed to BlerdCon after that, like kind of get into my con work over the summer. And I got a Mortal Kombat photography event. They accepted it. It'll be on Saturday. So yay me.
Congrats.
And then, thank you. We got a pool party after that hosted by my bestie, nice. Pretty Guardian Sailor Sun. Like we got some things in the works. And as far as cosplays, you never know. I'm pretty random. So and that's pretty much what I got going on. Just being a nerd.
That's right. Cosplay extraordinaire, Bones, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, y'all, stay tuned. Keep rocking with us. Appreciate you. Stay nerdy. Nerds and hip-hoppers up. See y'all later.